$335,000 a year. That is what Anthropic listed for prompt engineers in 2023. Not developers, not researchers, people who were really good at typing instructions into AI. 2 years later, Fortune ran a headline calling the entire role obsolete. And here's what should keep you up tonight. Stanford published research showing that a simple 8-word instruction unlocked twice the creative output of the most expertly crafted prompts on the market. 8 words, outperforming the people companies paid over 300 grand to hire. Something replaced prompt engineering. Something you can learn in the next 10 minutes. And it does not require a single line of code. Let me show you the death certificate first. Then I will show you what is alive. Glassdoor's 2026 data puts the average prompt engineer salary at $127,000, down from $335,000. That is not a pay cut. That is a career obituary. Job listings for dedicated prompt engineers dropped 80 to 90% from their 2023 peak. Indeed tracked the search interest. It spiked to 144 searches per million in April 2023, when everyone thought this was the future. Today it sits at 20 to 30 per million, flatlined. Microsoft surveyed 31,000 workers across 31 countries and asked which new roles their companies plan to add. Prompt engineer ranked second to last. The gold rush ended, and most people did not hear the bell. But this is not just about jobs disappearing. The skill itself stopped working the way it used to, and that is the part nobody is explaining. Picture this. You sit down Tuesday morning and spend 45 minutes crafting the perfect prompt for a client proposal. You nail the tone, the format, the context. You get a solid result. Wednesday morning, different proposal, different client. You start from scratch, 45 minutes again. Thursday, same thing, a new prompt every single time. You are running fast, but you are on a hamster wheel. You never get ahead. That is prompt engineering in 2026. Here is what changed underneath you. The models got smarter. In 2023, GPT-4 needed your instructions to be surgically precise, or it would wander off topic. Today's models, Claude, Gemini, GPT-5, they fix your typos. They ask follow-up questions when something is unclear. They handle messy, incomplete instructions and still deliver. The expert prompt that companies paid $335,000 for? The AI does not need it anymore. It figured out how to read between the lines on its own. Bernard Marr published this 10 days ago, March 10, 2026. Why prompt engineering is not the most valuable AI skill in 2026. His argument? The shift is not from one prompt technique to another. It is from crafting prompts to governing intelligent workflows. Towards data science framed it even sharper, escaping the prompt engineering hamster wheel. And here is the part that will mess with your head. The prompt engineering market is actually growing, projected at $1.5 billion in 2026. But the job title is dying because the skill got absorbed. Every marketing manager, every operations lead, every founder now prompts AI as part of their job. Nobody needs a dedicated prompt person anymore. It is like hiring someone full-time to send emails in 1998. The skill went from specialty to expectation. The person who started all of this, Karpathy, the guy who tweeted the hottest new programming language is English, just buried his own idea. What he said in February 2026 changes everything. I will get to that in a moment. Here is what actually replaced prompt engineering, and it is the single biggest shift in how humans work with AI since ChatGPT launched. Prompting is asking. What replaced it is describing. A prompt is a conversation. You ask a question, AI answers. You refine, ask again, refine again. Every interaction starts from zero. An agent's skill is a blueprint. You describe a complete system in plain English, and AI runs that system autonomously. You write it once, it runs forever. Let me make this concrete. Say you need to follow up with every client who has not responded in 3 days. The prompt approach? You open ChatGPT every morning, paste in your inbox, ask it to draft follow-ups, review each one, copy-paste them into email. 30 minutes every single morning. The agent skill approach? You write this once. Check my inbox. Identify clients who have not responded in 3 days. Draft a follow-up matching the tone of our last exchange. If confidence is high, send it. If anything feels off, flag it for me. Log everything. That is it. That is the entire agent skill. Plain English, no code, no syntax, no prompting tricks. It runs every morning without you touching it. You did not ask AI a question, you described a system. You went from being the person who talks to AI to the person who manages AI. That is the shift. These skills are reusable, shareable, stackable. You chain them together. One skill handles follow-ups, another handles scheduling, another handles research. String them together and you have built an invisible team. In English, 500 people have already built these. Teachers, real estate agents, founders, freelancers, none of them write code, they write English. I will show you where to find every one of those skills and how to write your own before this video ends. Now remember Karpathy, the person who told the world English is the new programming language. 3 years later, in February 2026, he coined a new term, Agentic engineering. Not vibe coding, not prompt engineering, Agentic engineering. His words, you are not writing the code directly 99% of the time. You are orchestrating agents who do and acting as oversight. Read that again. You do not write, you do not prompt. You orchestrate. You are the manager. AI is the team. Gartner tracked this shift with hard numbers. Multi-agent system inquiries surged 1,445% from early 2024 to mid-2025. By the end of 2026, 40% of enterprise applications will include task-specific AI agents, up from less than 5% in 2025. This is not hype, it is infrastructure being built in real time. Sam Altman told a room full of investors about his private betting pool. Which year will produce the first one-person billion-dollar company? Dario Amodei, CEO of Anthropic, was asked the same question. His answer? 2026, not someday, this year. And here is the counterintuitive part that changes everything for you if you are watching this without a CS degree. Non-technical founders now have a competitive advantage. Domain expertise beats coding ability. If you understand your industry, real estate, fitness, consulting, education, you can describe what needs to happen in English better than a developer who does not know your space. Projects that used to take months and tens of thousands of dollars now get built in days for a fraction of the cost. The barrier did not lower, it evaporated. Because this is not a technical skill, it is a thinking skill. Can you describe what you want clearly? Can you explain a process step by step? Can you write in plain English? Then you can build agent skills. Let me show you where to start. Tonight, the Volt agent community on GitHub has over 500 agent skills built by real people, compatible with Claude Code, Codex, Gemini CLI, Cursor, GitHub Copilot. Every major AI tool. A teacher built one that grades assignments and provides personalized feedback. A real estate agent built one that generates property listings from photos and tax records. A founder built an entire client pipeline from lead capture to proposal to onboarding in one skill file. No code, English sentences. One single agent skill from Anthropic's official collection has over 277,000 installs. That is not a niche, that is a movement. Your first agent skill follows 4 steps. Pick one task you do repeatedly, something you did this week. Then describe 4 things in plain English. 1. What the system does. 2. When it triggers. 3. How it handles edge cases. What should happen when something unexpected comes up. 4. What success looks like. That is it. 4 descriptions. You can write your first one tonight while watching this video. No courses, no certifications, no code. I put together a free cheat sheet with the exact structure plus 50 agent skill ideas matched to specific businesses and roles. Link in the description. And if you want to go deeper, our free community has people building agent skills together every day, sharing what works, troubleshooting what does not. Link is right there too. $335,000. That is what companies offered people to talk to AI one question at a time. Tonight, you are going to do something those people never could. You are going to describe a system to AI in plain English and watch it run without you. You are not someone who prompts AI anymore. You are someone who orchestrates AI. That is the difference between a shrinking salary and the future. Welcome to it.